So today's episode of the vlog is going to be a bit different. I know that every week I try to do something, but I feel that I am so tired. I'm a bit burnt out. Last week I didn't upload any videos on YouTube. I just felt like my body needed a break. I had some things going on in my own life, super busy with work, and I think it's really awesome to just rest, relax, and recharge the batteries and disconnect from all sort of technology just for a while to get your juices and motivation back up to speed. So in this week's vlog, we're going to talk a little about what motivates me or what drives me to do YouTube. I get that question all the time, and we're hanging out right now in my studio, and that's the place where most of you viewers know me from. But before we get into that discussion, I'm going to play one of my most important or dearest motivational quotes that gets me going and thinking about what is important to me as a person. Let me know if you know who this is.
People say you have to have a lot of passion for what you're doing, and it's totally true. And the reason is because it's so hard that if you don't, any rational person would give up. It's really hard, and you have to do it over a sustained period of time. So if you don't love it, if you're not having fun doing it, and you don't really love it, you're going to give up. And that's what happens to most people, actually. If you really look at the ones that ended up being successful, unquote, in the eyes of society and the ones that didn't, oftentimes it's the ones that are successful loved what they did so they could persevere when it got really tough. And the ones that didn't love it quit because they're sane, right? Who would want to put up with this stuff if you don't love it? So it's a lot of hard work, and it's a lot of worrying constantly. And if you don't love it, you're going to fail. So you got to love it, you got to have passion.
So a little backstory about my studio and YouTube in general. I've been doing YouTube now for maybe the past 2.5 years, and it wasn't always in this sweet, nice studio. I actually had one of my best friends living here, my second bedroom in my place, and when he left, I had the option of either renting it out or I think that was my only real option because I needed the extra money to pay for school, pay for bills, etc. But I told myself, if I could get my YouTube going, I gave myself 1 year. If I could make enough money to support myself or bring in as much income as he was paying rent, then I could completely say and justify spending the time into YouTube because, let's face it, a lot of us don't have time. I'd rather work, get money, pay for other things, and YouTube, in essence, is only a hobby for me. So I went around my YouTube journey by making a few goals. I wanted to have, by the end of the year, X amount of subscribers, X amount of views, and earn X amount of money per month to support and justify having this studio space not being lived in by someone else that would give me money for rent. And I feel that motivation, doing something that you love, you get to be super creative making YouTube videos. I get to look at technology, which I love. I get to use sweet cameras. And mind you, I didn't have the best gear to start. I think I had a small point and shoot. I didn't have all these fancy lights, a fancy computer, but those upgrades come with time and you invest the money that you make into a few upgrades as you go along. You don't start out with the best gear, but I think that journey and that path that has led me to where I am now is something that I can look back on and be proud of. I put a lot of time staying here in the studio, editing late nights, shooting video when I could be out with my friends, but I feel like I did it because I enjoyed it, and it's something that I am so passionate about. And if you've ever seen me, run into me in person, the first thing I tell you is I have a YouTube channel, subscribe, because it is so awesome. And I feel that quote by Steve Jobs speaks so much to me because, yeah, people do give up all the time. You try new things, you just don't love it, and you would give up because you're just not into it. But doing something like YouTube has, honestly, I want to say changed my life for the better, and it is a huge part of my life, interacting with each and every one of you, doing something that I can say that I'm proud of. And sure, at the beginning, it was hard. You only had 10, 15 views a video. You didn't really get any feedback, but it's grown into something today which I could have never imagined, and I'm so happy I went down that path. So to any of you viewers out there, any of you people are asking me, how did you start your YouTube channel? I want to start my own. My best piece of advice is do something because you love it, you're passionate about it, and I think it will honestly work out as long as you put the time and hard work into it. So last minute decision, ended up going to the island, got a couple people here from school. It's been long in the works. Just gonna kick back, more relaxing, and now I can answer a lot of questions you guys asked on Twitter. So let's grab a spot on the beach. Okay, so we're hanging out at the beach. This is Liz. And Liz is gonna help me answer some questions, so we will get to some Q&A.
Christina asks, what is your favorite movie?
Ooh, good question, Christina. I would say Dazed and Confused, and that came out a while ago. Matthew McConaughey, Ben Affleck when they're super young. Liz, what about you? What's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie?
Yeah.
I just saw Trainwreck, Amy Schumer.
And was it good?
It was good.
Nice.
Krypton asks, any plans on getting a new car? If so, when and which one?
Currently, no plans for a new ride. I would say my dream cars are the G-Wagon. That's the G63 AMG. And maybe one day in the future. We'll keep the fingers crossed for that one.
Alex asks, what motivates you? What's your favorite quote? And any tips for school?
Ooh, what motivates me? So I think YouTube is something that I actually enjoy doing, and if you find anything that you enjoy doing, I think alone that's motivation enough. Favorite quote, listen to that Steve Jobs quote at the beginning of this vlog, and any tips for school, don't take it too seriously, focus on having fun.
Oh, that was sick.
Well put.
Well played. Right? Would you agree? Agreed. Okay, big thanks to Liz, high five. We're gonna go play some Frisbee now, enjoy some more time on the beach, but we'll do some more Q&A later on in this vlog. Maybe the worst Frisbee thrower I've ever seen. Get the Frisbee! Just get in there. Get in there and get the Frisbee!
I can't swim. Past my crotch, I can't swim. Like it's like the deep end of a pool. I can't go up in the deep end.
Can't go in the deep end, can't throw a Frisbee. Okay, just got back home from the beach, nice and not really relaxed because I feel when you're in the sun you just get more burnt out, but just took a quick shower and now heading out to see some more friends. Gonna see Jeremy Olander, maybe one of my favorite house underground DJs. It should be pretty sweet. He opened up for Eric Prydz for his epic show at 3.0 in New York last September. So round 2 of Olander. Okay, quickly before I head out, I just want to talk a little bit more about motivation stuff. When people ask me why I make YouTube videos or what should I do when I make my own YouTube videos, that's you making your own, my point is find something that motivates you, that you want to think about it every single day of the week. When I first started my tech channel, I could honestly say that it was always on my mind, whether it was creating a custom banner, thinking about how my next video was going to look like, thinking about the scenes, thinking what thumbnail I was use, every single thing, trying to get a hold of any piece of technology, cold emailing any company to send me whatever they had to offer, and that was just going through my head, and it consumed me to the point where it was not my life, it was close, but it was burning passion, and I feel that drive really kickstarted me from, I think, 0 to my first 25, 50,000 subscribers because I had no one. None of my videos appeared on the popular search page. I would just tell my friends about it. I don't even know if they watched any of my videos. I had maybe my first 500 were my friends, and I would only get maybe 2 or 3 views a video. So find something that you are passionate about, and even if it doesn't do well, push through the pain, and if you work at something hard enough, it will eventually work out some way or another. Never be stagnant, never be still, always keep that ball rolling. Roll out time, I think that's the Autobots, Transformers. Autobots, roll out. Nerd quote. I feel like I'm Santa Claus, except with toys I'm delivering beer. Why is it so dark in here? Hey.
Holy shit! Fuck me sideways!
So it is Sunday morning. Got home last night around 4, which is good because I was asleep before the sun came out. But I just feel like I have permanent bags under the eyes. So tired. The weekend is supposed to be for relaxing. What is going on? Today I'm supposed to book my trip to Vegas. I'm doing Vegas and LA with, the buddies that you saw yesterday. So I'm meeting up with them. But I thought we could do a couple more questions as I promised. They can be a bit more tech related because we are in the space of Zen. Does that make sense? Am I talking like a zombie? Preet asks, what camera lens combo would you love to have? I am really happy with my GH4 right now with the 2.8 12 to 35. I think my next upgrade, I'm really looking at the Sony a7R II, maybe a Rokinon lens, since those are a bit cheaper, something really shallow depth of field like 1.2, and since that's a full-size sensor, that depth of field would be pretty crazy. But currently happy with my setup now. Next question, what is your favorite phone from 2015? And in all honesty, this or my LG G4, but this is the first time I've gone back to iOS or an iPhone, I think in four years, and I've been fairly impressed. I don't like the non-customization, but battery life and everyone is on iMessage, so super handy. Okay, last question, nothing but tech. What slider do you use and with what tripod? Let me show you. Now into the studio, check out the slider. So we have a Canova K2 slider, and that is sitting on, I believe this is an S6, Benro S6 fluid head. So just move that around. This turns, pop that lever up. That's where you get all the silky smooth shots. And that is my slider combo and tripod. Nothing too crazy. Okay, so as I said on the agenda today, I have to book my Vegas trip. Gotta do all the things I've neglected all weekend, like groceries, cleaning the place, all that boring stuff that no one likes to do. So if the vlog ends right now, very soon, one of two things have happened. I've either fallen asleep and passed out, or I think falling asleep or passing out is very, very likely.